A warm welcome, ladies and gentlemen, here at Blizzcon, around the world as well.
Stats is like the concept of compound interest, okay?
Oh, here we go. Well, yeah, thanks for that, Dan. There's 10 economics majors out there that are really excited about all of that. Let's move on.
So good to watch him do what he does best. He is so strong in almost every phase of the game.
Oh, look at
Jeff,
that.
you have
Wait, Artosis.
Yeah, you tweeted that?
You tweeted that back in
June
2016.
9th, 2016.
But now it's relevant, potentially.
Yeah, I think I probably
well.
tweeted that every single year, to be perfectly frank. So you can definitely dig up some more of those, Wax Angel. Thank you very much.
Defensively as well, you can start by going your own units. You will end up losing one Immortal right before the Prism shows up.
And there's the shot. It hits 2 of the 4 sentries. Again, not the biggest of hits.
Wow.
And now the counterattack from Stats. There's nothing here.
Wow, he's going to be able to kill a lot of probes on the other side of the map, but will he be able to stabilize at home? Maybe he should just try to get these units into his main base, and I think that's what he's going to try to do real soon. Use that Prism, get back to your main, maybe get a sentry, because he's killing an insane amount of probes on the other side of the map.
Oh my god, he saves even that last Stalker. The Immortal doing so much damage out there, but everything inside the main.
16.
I mean, it's nothing. He's down to 8 workers. He's got to win right here. The Warp Prism doing so much work. The Immortals getting to wail away for free on this mostly Stalker army. You can have your Disruptor, but if you've got nothing to support it, you ain't doing much. It whiffs again with the fancy footwork.
Stats is showing us why we always praise him for his defensive abilities.
And Roddy, I love it because those the Adepts would not do much on this side of the map, but as a counterattack, it's used. The Warp Prism actually does go down. The Disruptor gets shot before its Purifying Nova can go off, and that's gonna be it as SOS is losing out on the entirety of his army. He's only got 11 workers behind this. There's no way he thinks he can go on GG!
Normally you would say there's no reason for SOS to attack here, but he still really wants to get the fight. He gets a couple of hits off. Both barriers activated. This might actually be the moment that Stats is like, you know what? Maybe we should fight.
It's gonna have to be. Here come the Archons getting pulled back off that front lines, the Immortals as well, and so far, supplies favoring SOS as Stats fights into this, but he picks off the Warp Prism. There'll be no reinforcements here. He might have to choose to recall out, but if he does, that's giving up the attack, and he'll take some damage. He's gonna fall backwards, and the decision to recall out of here is huge. He's only gonna lose a couple of units, but man, the snipe on that Warp Prism just pulled the plug on his entire attack. Ooh. He's making a couple.
This is risky though, because the army of SOS seems to be a little bit stronger. The Air is an Immortal. The Phoenix is going to sweep in as well.
And here come the Phoenix. We're going to have that conclusive fight here as Stats is trying to make a hold here. His army supply is significantly up. He wins the Phoenix battle because they're trying to pick up Stalkers, and now he's picking up the Stalkers as the Oracles go over to the other side of the map and kill 8 probes that cannot afford to be killed. SOS, you took out Maru. You had a good showing, but you faced the Shield of Ire as it chases him down mid-map, picks up these units, and Stats wants a date with Destiny as he's going to take a huge lead. 45 army supply to just the 18.
Hasn't really been losing at all. In fact, has he lost a map yet? Well.
All right, well, thank you very much, gentlemen. It is time now as we get into our next semi-final here for Blizzcon, for the WCS Global. Actually, wait a minute, never mind. I think I kind of prepared this a little bit earlier, so I think I'll just slightly slide this in. As we get ready, Blizzcon, let's get into it. The round of 4, it's the semi-finals. It's Cyril going up against Rogue.
Cyril has to hang on at home. He's just rallying here. There is a big defender's advantage in CVZ, but he's trying to hold this position. He doesn't want to lose a base here to Rogue's attack.
+2. +2's kicked in. Cyril's got the upgrade advantage, finally.
He does indeed, and it's showing here. He's pushing Rogue back. The hatchery still stands on 1/3 hit points. Cyril is maxed out, and he's looking to press the issue here. He's Roche's hitting that throwing line again, and he even has the numbers here on the front line to take a fight directly in front of Rogue's face. The Biles connecting, 16 drones going down behind this off screen. Cyril still pushing this high ground. The reinforcements of Rogue having a concave on the right-hand side, but Cyril wins the left-hand side, and he can reinforce here again. The Roche is still doing too much. GG! Strong start here for Cyril. The mind games catching this queen in the wrong part of town. She gets taken down, and the natural is next as Cyril looking for that main.
He's got to hold the ramp. If Rogue doesn't hold this ramp, he is going to get knocked out of this game. The drones turning around, desperately fighting. The queen pulling back. Great control by Rogue. Cyril relentlessly trying to break through, but I don't know if he can get up there.
Oh, it's looking like Rogue might have it here with those extra links coming out of the natural. Cyril getting pushed back. Rogue, that queen is so low, but she holds on. He's going for a big counterattack with his Zerglings here. Cyril doesn't have enough to hit in 2 places at once.
Cyril realizing if he can get the Banelings down, he can rush in and win this game. But look at the micro from Rogue, just dancing those Banelings, realizing realizing as long as he has them alive, it'll be big.
Oh, reinforcement links coming out of those hatcheries for Fresh. The Queen's alive as well, helping out in the battle. Rogue getting on top of that Queen with a bit of service area.
Wow.
Cyril's reinforcements fighting back Rogue's counterattack.
That
It looks
was
like Cyril's
sick.
going to survive for now. Rogue still pressing the issue. Another counterattack from Cyril. Not that many lings here from Rogue, but a Baneling is about to finish.
That Baneling, it gets up, but good dodge there by Cyril. He's going to dive on into the main base. At home, he's got a good defense as well, but the Baneling's in here. Cyril pulling back at the last second, but that's still 3
Wow.
Banelings. Rogue's micro is impeccable.
Nice control there from Rogue. Cyril losing a handful of lings here. Still a Baneling alive in the main. Gets about a handful of lings there, but Cyril just doesn't have enough. Rogue cracks these defenses. Cyril desperately scrambling his defenses here, getting a couple Evo Chambers and a Queen in the wall. He starts 4 Banelings here in the natural. He's definitely going to take damage. The question is how much. Cancels that third immediately and concentrating his defensive efforts here on that natural.
Snap cancel on the third to get this wall down so quickly. That was incredible. It's not going to hold forever, but it buys enough time for the Banelings. Great defense so far. Rogue still has a very scary Zergling count though. Only 2 Banelings left here. Cyril's got to keep them alive. If those Banelings go down, that's where Rogue can jump in. But for now, it's been held.
Baneling next to his own finishing up here. There's one Baneling looking for the connection. Whoa! Going for the third base, bringing another Baneling in. Rogue losing another cluster of Zerglings to the Baneling of Cyril.
If Rogue can snipe that third, that's going to get him a bit of time in this game. But right now, Cyril has a huge advantage. He snipes the Baneling, and he's looking to save that hatch.
More Banelings coming in for those Queens. They're looking to try and save that hatchery like you said. This Baneling going for that big cluster of Zerglings. Rogue's micro, very, very nice here. He's surrounding those Queens, but they transfuse each other to stay alive. Rogue reinforced his position. Cyril with so many units. These Queens helping out so much in the defense as well. And now the Roaches are out. Cyril, the defense holds here. The third is still up.
Cyril's going to start looking, of course. Roaches going in towards the third base, but they get caught. There we go. Rogue's all over it. Cyril's Roaches actually going to slide through because he's hitting the front at the same time. Cyril catches the Ravages in the open, snipes a whole bunch of them, pulls out of range of the Lurkers, and Cyril once again finds a great engagement at the same time, uses this distraction, slips the Roaches into the main. Rogue is in trouble.
Amazing quick maneuver there from Cyril, giving himself the advantage in this game. Picks up the hatchery down the south here, knocking Rogue down to 4 bases. This could be it for Rogue. Let's see if it pays off. Cyril sees it. He's pulling his army back. A changeling holding his army out.
In the wall.
Oh, Cyril just realizes it now, giving Rogue precious few seconds, burrowing a bunch of Lurkers there on top of that ramp. Cyril powers on through though, with a lot of closer files.
The splash damage from Rogue is huge on that ramp.
Wow.
But Cyril landed some impressive biles, gets his own Lurkers burrowed in the ground. He does have detection. Does he have enough? I think he might just barely clear up the last of the Lurkers, and Cyril manages to hang on. He loses his Lurker counterattack on the other side of the map though. Both players trading punches like crazy. I feel like any player other than Cyril would be so stressed out by those constant Nidus worms, but he just seems to be taking it in stride. And here we go, the abducts. He's going to abduct the Lurkers. A Blinding Cloud goes down first. The Hydra's going, but he's afraid of the enemy abducts as well. The Vipers yanking each other to the other side. The Hydra's starting to focus them down. Good reactive Blinding Cloud. Cyril moves.
Gets the last couple of Vipers there, and Cyril's Vipers are still alive.
Both players dancing back and forward. Some abducts come in. The Lurkers get pulled out of Blinding Cloud as well. Cyril takes down about 6 of the Lurkers there. Rogue's position on the map getting very dicey. Cyril's still got a huge bank to work with, and he's starting to posture forward. He's looking for the abducts.
Big abducts from both players here. Blinding Clouds again to keep those Vipers alive. Loses a couple of them. Another big grab there from Rogue.
Lurkers kind of running past each other. Not something you see every day. Rogue's going to try and get out of there. But once again, Cyril wraps around. And 5 more Lurkers go down. Cyril's going to gain position on this base. If that base goes down, Rogue's economy is toast. And it falls. Cyril not going to overcommit. He's going to fall back for now. He's still got the Vipers in the sky above this. And he gets another snipe on the hatch. Doesn't even get the cancel. Cyril feigning a retreat and then goes right back in and shuts it down one more time.
But
there's
can Rogue make this happen?
And the Lurkers there are just so scary. There's no Vipers here. Rogue's going to try and dive, but look at that pullback. The Lurkers there, the Hydra's coming in as well, and these Lurkers are starting to get focused down. Rogue taking tons of splash damage. It looks like he's going to isolate the 6th base of Cyril. Cyril finally losing this last bastion of economy. It's going to go down there. Rogue looking for angles. He keeps running into the wall that is Cyril, but the Hydra's swinging in from 2 sides. Cyril wrapping around that army.
This will be the last fight. Rogue is out. Cyril wins and gets himself a grand final appearance for the first time here at Blizzcon.
And throughout this series, you were up against such a tough opponent.
Yeah, the game was pretty hard.
Now, the last time you played Stats, it was 4-3 in the grand finals of GSL vs. the World, where you came out on top. Can we see a repeat?
Yeah, sure.
Gentlemen, Cyril versus Stats.
We don't deserve this. We don't deserve it.
We're not worthy.
Pack up shop, we're done.
We deserve this, all right? This is like the... We earned this, actually. I'm changing my mind.
He's changed his mind.
Meanwhile, a counterattack down here by Cyril trying to break through. In fact, it's not properly walled up. The Lynx do slip through.
Yeah, he does have a little bit of a flank. Looks like he might pick that off, and in fact, he does. Surrounds at a depth once again. Stats trying to get a full wall. He does, but there are 4 Lings in his base.
The probes have been pulled. They're going to have to be used to try to take out these Zerglings as this wall-in is going to continue to be set up. There are more Lings on the way, however, and Stats is scrambling to try to get some proper defense.
Oh my gosh, that pylon might go down with more Speedlings coming down. Cyril putting on a huge amount of pressure, and here he goes.
We see the Roaches once again pursuing. Remember, the Warp Prism can only pick up so much, and a beautiful surround. These Immortals are so precious right now for Stats. It's the only real answer he has for all of these Roaches.
Oh, and he loses a lot of them. The Archon falling there as well. Only a few left. 2 more do pop out. Some High Templars coming down. He needs those storms, and he does have them.
He's actually managed to separate the army here from the second base as well. So much damage coming down. Stats trying his best to stay in control, but only 4 Immortals remain.
Oh my god, Stats juggling his heart out right now, warping in more units, flanking on these Ravagers. Did Cyril commit too much here?
We see Stats just barely hanging on, trying to keep control of his side of the map.
Oh no, another set of Locusts dive in. A ton of damage done to Stats' army. It's almost gone right now. Cyril pushing through, looking for a victory in game number 1.
You can see the attack continuing to come forward. He's banging at the gates of Stats' second base. There is so much over here. The core goes down.
Oh, he breaks through there, but really we need a lot more units from Stats if he is to hold on. Some great side storms going out, but GG! Cyril takes game number 1.
Even though this army coming out is pretty scary, this is going to trigger the drop from Cyril that's going to go in the main. We're seeing that happen right now.
Oh, but look at this. He's got plenty of units here right now, I would say. A lot of Stalkers, Zealots being warped in as well. Cyril deciding to fight. It's a bigger drop than the first time. Maybe Stats has overestimated his defense. Cyril pushing him back down his ramp.
We see the push continuing to come forward. I don't know if Cyril has an answer for all of these Immortals. This expansion is going to go down. Meanwhile, Stats' main is in shambles.
Oh, great Psy Storms coming out, but still a few units remain. His gateway's mostly unpowered. Cyril coming with a huge arc right now, trying to get in here, but the Psy Storms of Stats, the Immortal count of Stats are so strong.
Keep in mind, there is no Warp Prism with this army, so what you see is what you get. Cyril continuing to surround the few remaining Immortals. Drones now being pulled as well.
The drones mean that this is serious. Cyril knows he must hold right here, right now. Another great storm, but only 3 Immortals left over, and it looks like Cyril will hold.
The last parts of the army have been destroyed, and back inside the main, there is nothing for Stats. GG!
That's right, getting ready for those important Broodlords. Look at this, another dive in here with those Locusts. He's surrounding so many Immortals. Stats having a terrible time right now. GG! Stats flying into the main base. Gonna see how many drones he can get. Oh, very quick morph right there, and it looks like none?
Nothing.
It's going to be a little bit tricky. Here he goes with those Banelings into the third base.
We see the Banes coming in. 5 probes killed off. Oh my god, but here come those Locusts hitting in this angle, and they're going right for that Nexus. Arms coming down here to try to save it, and it looks like he might just barely be able to do it in time.
Oh, he does look like he's gonna save that Nexus. There is a Baneling drop headed for his mineral lines.
Okay, and that's coming in right now. I don't think that Stats sees it. The Banelings are unloading, and so many workers are being killed off.
Yeah, he's continuing to make this very fearsome Hydraling Bane army, but Stats hasn't faltered yet. Some great Psy Storms going down. Those Banelings rolling through the army, set off all those Immortal shields, but these Psy Storms from Stats are amazing.
Those Psy Storms so perfect, it seems like Stats may be able to take out this initial expansion. We have the Locusts coming in from behind, but I don't know if Cyril can defend.
All right, he needs to hit some good Psy Storms here still, and down they go. The Locusts jumping in, but Stats dealing massive damage, and GG is called.
with the Hive finishing up. We're going to have more options coming up for Cyril shortly. Oh, some very good force heals. Cyril with a bit of a mistake there, launches some Biles, but loses a few Ravagers.
Stats with a beautiful formation is coming in here to try to get the killing move off. That base at the bottom has fallen. Sidestorm's blanketing this entire area. It looks like Cyril might lose this game.
Yeah, it really does. He's losing so much, but the counterattack is still going on. The third base of Stats under fire, but GG is called.
Okay, this could be bad. He gets it.
Oh, a beautiful abduct onto the mothership, and he picks it off for free. Cyril does have a bigger bank than Stats. Oh my God. Cyril just jumping on top of absolutely everything, picking up one carrier, another carrier goes down. It looks like he's gonna maybe get all of them.
He's decided to commit. He's coming in here now, and I'm seeing these air units for Stats begin to go down. The mothership taking heavy fire, and this whole location is going to be given up here by Stats. Meanwhile, we've got a huge attack headed down here to the bottom left, and Stats needs to keep this position.
Oh, a lot of banelings rolling in right now. Stats, most of his mining is here. Probes starting to fall. They're trying to run away. Oh, a beautiful baneling hit, and it looks like that Nexus is going to go down. Will Cyril go for a big fight? He's actually, picks off that mothership.
He comes in once more. He can basically one-shot these carriers, and I don't think there's any solution here for Stats. He's going to commit. Cyril overwhelming the air fleet of Stats.
And that is it. GG.
This goes beyond you becoming the best of the best. Your legacy goes beyond StarCraft 2. It goes to all of StarCraft's history. In the last 20 years, we have never seen a non-Korean dominate in the fashion that you have and become the best of the best like you have. What does it mean for you to be part of this historic moment?
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't expecting. I mean, it's just, this is kind of what I was missing from my trophy collection, I guess you could say, and I really wanted to win this one, so I'm super happy I managed to do it, and I'm super happy to make history while doing it as well.
A huge thank you to everybody for tuning in here throughout the entirety of our 2 weeks, from opening week until the brackets as well. You better watch out 2019, because Cyril's coming for you.